To celebrate International Women's Day, a date that recently just passed that I consider to be really important, we wanted to make a top 10 list of badass women in hard rock and metal with no specific order. We wanted to focus on those genres specifically because those genres are male dominant. But what is really awesome to see is more and more bands led by women who are making waves in the music community, especially women who focus on growling and screaming, a vocal technique that for a while was seen as something that only men could execute, but that could not be more far from the truth, as we will see in our following list. So, welcome back to Mindspun, your channel for your music fix, and let's get straight into it. At number 10, we have Angela Nathaly Gasso, who is 46 years old. So, Angela is a German vocalist best known as a former lead vocalist for the Swedish melodic death metal band Arch Enemy. Her other previous bands include Asmodina and Mistress. Gasso is one of the first among a small number of women to front as a death metal vocalist. She performed as one of the most outstanding female growlers in the global metal scene until her departure from the band in 2014. Her main influences are Jeff Walker of Carcass, David Vincent of Morbid Angel, Chuck Billy of Testament, John Tardy of Obituary, Chuck Schuldiner of Death, Dave Mustaine of Megadeth, and Rob Halford of Judas Priest. In an interview, she said, "Sometimes I think it is not a compliment at all when men tell me, 'You sound like a man,' but it is almost an insult. I often realize this. Then you think, yes, but I am me. I find it a shame that it is still so strongly associated with genders, but it definitely is a bit. But it is dissolving." After having suffered from nodule within the larynx in her earlier career, she took professional training, among others with Melissa Cross, a voice trainer specialized in punk and metal screaming. Check it out, she has a DVD called The Son of Screaming, a perfect tool to learn how to scream. Anyways, Gasso places value on a healthy lifestyle, abstinent from drugs, daily workout, and regular sleep. Next up, we have Otep Shamaya, who is 41 years old. So Otep Shamaya was born in Austin, Texas, and she is a singer, songwriter, poet, author, and artist. She is best known as the lead vocalist of the metal band Otep. She was influenced by the music of Kurt Cobain's band Nirvana. And in an interview, she said the following: "I don't take aggression or violence as inspiration. The way that I write my music comes from the part of my brain that is dominated by sex. The foreplay, the catalyst to conclusions, the eruptions, and, since I am a lesbian, once isn't enough, so I keep going. I write music from that sexual perspective." This interview is the first time I have ever realized that my songs match up with my feral sex style. When I have sex, I want to be present and mindful of my partner, and when I am on stage, I call it spiritual intercourse, because I want to feel infinite passion with my audience. At spot number 8, we have punk vocalist Brody Dale, who is 42 years old. So, Brody Dale is an Australian-born singer, songwriter, and guitar player. She is best known as the head vocalist and guitar player of punk rock group The Distillers. She was heavily influenced by Cyndi Lauper as a young musician, also Green Day and The Offspring, and her then husband, Tim Armstrong's band Rancid. In an interview, she said the following: "I think I was really impressed with the way he sang. And Brody still plays to her strengths, which is, first and foremost, the sheer power and awesomeness of her voice. She has always had a snarl, but here it has turned into a full-on roar. And when she lets it rip, it sounds as if she is emitting some primal essence of rock and roll. Tracks like Don't Mess With Me is a perfect example of Brody's voice perfectly suited for this task. I just want to add she is one of my favorite punk vocalists of all time, and the Distillers songs always bring back good memories of my childhood." Carrying on, at spot number 7, we have Cheney Crab. So, Cheney Crab was born in Iowa and grew up listening to country music and church hymns, until later in life where her influences got a little bit more heavy, with bands like Slipknot, Dying Fetus, and Meshuggah. And I must say, that is some good taste. And Cheney Crab's audition video for Bill of Maya, a gent-core band, didn't land her the microphone in that band, but it did catch the attention of a lot of other musicians, including her bandmates in the new outfit Entheos. Cheney's deep vocal growl and register have crushed any doubters who might believe her gender keeps her from anyone's definition of heavy. While she does write hopeful and positive lyrics, Entheo's music, particularly her vocals, are far from tame. Next up on our list, we have Elisa White-Gluz, who is 35 years old. So Elisa White-Gluz is a Canadian singer best known as the lead vocalist of the Swedish melodic death metal band Arch Enemy, and former lead vocalist and founding member of the Canadian metalcore band The Agonist. Her vocal style includes both growling and clean vocals. Although primarily associated with melodic death metal and metalcore, she has appeared as a guest vocalist for power metal, symphonic metal, and deathcore bands, notably Camelot, The Lion, and Carnifex, and has performed live with Nightwish and Tarja Turunen. She is also an activist, straight edge, and has been a vegan since 1998, always striving to make a positive change in the world. And her main influences are not what you might think. They are not so metal but grunge, like early 90s Soundgarden, Stone Temple Pilots, and Nirvana. At spot number 5, we have Tatiana Shmaeluk, who is 33 years old. So Tatiana is a Ukrainian singer best known as the vocalist and composer for the metalcore band Ginger since 2010. Her closest influence is her brother, who is a guitarist in a small Ukrainian band. And after listening to artists like Nirvana, The Offspring, and in particular Otep, Tatiana decides to head towards music like rock and heavy metal. And thanks to her band Ginger, the singer has been able to demonstrate her skills such as mixing singing with a clean voice and extreme gutturals. Tatiana, who possesses one of the most powerful and diverse voices on the planet, says that she has no interest in getting involved in vocal coaching at any point in the future, which is quite interesting since she has a diploma as a teacher. She said the following regarding this in an interview with EMP UK. That was hard for me to learn how to growl. I developed this technique by myself, for myself. And come on, I won't teach you my own technique, because it probably won't suit you. It is time consuming, it can take years and years. And then, in the end, we realized together that was all in vain and a waste of time. This is the first thing. And the second thing is, I have no energy for that. I have no energy and I have no patience. And plus, I am an introvert. I don't like talking to people much. It is a no-no for me. To be honest, that kind of shocked me, since her persona in Ginger seems to be of someone that is really extroverted, but appearances can be fooling. Following up on our list, we have Courtney LaPlante, who is 32 years old. Courtney is a Canadian singer known for having been the vocalist of the American metalcore band I Wrestled a Bear Once, and currently of Spirit Box. In 2017, Courtney with her husband Mike Stringer, also a member of the band I Wrestled a Bear Once, were tired of being considered just members, as a replacement. So they decided to take different directions by starting the metalcore band Spirit Box. Together with this new band, they released their first self-titled studio album in 2017. Now, how was she inspired to do extreme vocals? Well, her very first memory of hearing an extreme vocal was when she was just 5 years old, and she saw Cannibal Corpse's appearance in Jim Carrey's 1994 hit film Ace Ventura: Pet Detective. Regarding this memory, she said the following: "My mind went, okay, this guy sounds like a primate of some sort or a gorilla or something from a National Geographic show when they were talking to each other." And she also noted that her mindset at that time was, Ace Ventura loves animals. This whole movie is about animals. They're just an animal band, and that's why he likes them so much, because they sound like animals. So I wanted to sing like that. And other influences are System of a Down and Linkin Park, thanks to MTV's Good Old Days. Next up on our list, we have spot number 3 with Ira Sidenko. So for this list, we also wanted to include new female vocalists who are just beginning to make waves, so you guys and gals can go and check them out. And even though there's not much information regarding Ira Sidenko, you should totally check out her band Dehydrated, in which she does some extreme vocals and totally slays them. The only info I could find regarding her was from her YouTube channel, in which she says the following: "Hello everyone, I am Ira from Cold Siberia. I love hard music and I really love what I do. I have been singing extreme vocals for 10 years. So make sure to check out the death metal band Dehydrated. It has some intense vocals and she is a killer front woman." Next up on our list, we have Vikki Sarakis from Chicago. 32-year-old Vikki is a current vocalist for melodic death metal band The Agonist. Sarakis uses, like her predecessor Elisa White-Gluz, guttural voices and melodic voices as her singing style. Vikki's singing abilities in her YouTube videos really shocked the members in The Agonist, from growls to operatic style voice. Vikki has taken huge names as her influences. for example, Roy Khan, Russell Allen, Floor Jensen, Michael Ackerfield, Amy Lee, Sting, and even Christina Aguilera. She is classically trained and has a beautiful soprano voice, but also a fantastic deep rock sound, and her screams are also very loud and deep. Now, for the number 1 spot on our list, we have Lizzy Hale. So, Elizabeth May Lizzy Hale was born on October 10th, 1983 in Pennsylvania. She is an American singer, musician, and songwriter. She is best known as the lead singer and rhythm guitarist of Grammy Award-winning hard rock band Halestorm, which she co-founded with her brother Raji Hale in 1997. As for her musical background, she started to play guitar at 16 and began writing and performing music in 1997. She is considered as one of the greatest female rock vocalists of all time with a very versatile voice. Lizzy's at a whole other level from her energy, distortion, power, and just the huge effort that she puts behind her music. When Lizzy performs, she is just a monster live, laying it all out on the field and pouring her heart into her performance. I can confirm this 100% since I saw them at Knotfest and I didn't know them at that point, and she totally blew my head off. So if you have the chance to see them live in the future, I totally recommend that you do. And that is it for today's video. We hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave us a comment with your favorite front women in hard rock or metal, or let us know if you liked this video or not, if you think we left anyone out that you would have included in this list, and like always, we will see you all in the next video. Stay safe, everyone.